Hello, Quiet Builder. A few Saturdays ago, I found myself sitting outside of Whole Foods, coffee in one hand, a pan queso, soft, buttery, almost like cornbread in the other. It was 20 minutes before the grocery store opened. No podcast was playing. I had no agenda, just stillness. And weirdly, in that moment, I thought this is wealth, not the number in my bank account, not revenue goals hit or surpassed, but this, the freedom to pause, to enjoy a $2 pastry and a $1 coffee in silence, to feel time stretch. I've been asking myself a question lately, especially as I meet more founders and therapists who've made it, whether it's on the golf course or just in life. What does wealth mean when the financial milestone has been crossed? For some, it's after a business exit. For others, a thriving private practice or a portfolio that finally gives breathing room. And then something unexpected happens. The hunger quiets and the questions get louder. Who am I now? What am I chasing and why? Where did all that urgency go? When I first started my business selling the couch, wealth had a number, a very specific number. You see, it meant security, optionality, enough margin to be present for the people that I love. And I am so grateful to say that I'm there. But here's what surprised me. Once I hit that number, I didn't feel rich. I felt untethered because so much of my identity had been built on the pursuit. There's a line from a story I wrote after Grandparents' Day at my daughter's school. My parents had flown in from Texas. We visited her classroom. We went to this local Mexican spot for chips and salsa and fajitas after. We played silly games as a family. And I remember thinking, if wealth doesn't buy me margin for moments like this, what's the point? That day didn't cost much, but it felt priceless. So now wealth for me looks different. It looks like unrushed mornings, a hike in the woods, getting to play golf, stillness before a coaching call, enough margin for a loved one without resenting the time. It means building slowly, but here's the thing, it's not because I'm lazy, but because I finally am clear on what I don't want to sacrifice. It means saying no to shiny things and yes to meaningful ones. It means anchoring into who I am becoming, not just what I'm achieving. If you've hit your financial milestone and now you're asking what's next, I want you to know you're not broken. You're just shedding an old identity. It's an evolution, an identity built in the fire of ambition and often survival. And now a quieter version of you is surfacing, asking for more presence, more wholeness, for more peace. This isn't a regression, it's a return. If this resonated with you, I write a twice-a-month letter called Quiet Builder. It's for founders and therapists who are building from depth, not just performance. You can join us over at quietbuilder.com. And if you've crossed that financial threshold, you find yourself navigating things like legacy and identity and quiet reinvention, I offer a few private coaching spots in every season. These are highly bespoke, high trust partnerships with founders and leaders who are no longer chasing more, but instead shaping what matters the most. You can find more details about that in the description below, or please email me directly at melvin@sellingthecouch.com. Sometimes the next season of wealth isn't something that you build, it's something that you notice.